Hello, Dr. Dan Miller here, Historical Solutions LLC. You're on the 250 River with Dr. Dan. We're doing the top five for the week up to and ending May 8th, 1775. It's the top five from 250 years ago. Real people, real stories, real events. This is episode 27, believe it or not. Um, I'd like to thank this week's sponsor, 99% Fact, 1% Fiction. Daniel Jones is opening a school for the teaching of English, and alongside of that, a little bit of math to come along with it. He's promising a good vocabulary, a good elocution, good diction, just an overall good handling of the English language. And he's also promising that for your there's Keekers in the background. You saw her slip away. Um, for your money, which you can pay per class or you can pay per quarter, you'll be learning in an area away from bad influences. This is in the vicinity of Philadelphia, and he's happy to support your efforts to become a better master of the English language and avoid bad influences in the process of doing so. Thank you, Daniel Jones, for being our sponsor for episode 27, 99% fact, 1% fiction. Our top five today is a little different. From, as I said, up to May 8th, 1775, 250 years ago. We're starting with number five. We're going to dive into one story and one story only. And this is going to be concerning Benjamin Franklin. So, starting out with number five, Benjamin Franklin is on May the, let me get my times right here, May the 5th, that's a Friday. So we'll do a little bit of a leadership journey here from 5 through 1. On Friday the 5th, Benjamin Franklin, late in the afternoon, early in the evening, lands at his home port of Philadelphia. Lands after having been in England for several years, doing primarily lobbying work, doing some consulting work, some expert work in terms of colonial issues and colonial demographics and statistics and everything else, lobbying on behalf of and testifying on behalf of the colonies in general. From time to time, it's been specific colonial contracts as well. Uh, but it's all done now, and he's left England, left behind what he sees as a very dire situation in terms of the condition of English slash American affairs, and he's back home again in Pennsylvania. On the 5th, on Friday, his boat lands. That is number five. Number four, 250 years ago, Benjamin Franklin. On Saturday morning, he rolls out of bed. Remember now, this is May 6th, one day after getting back home. He rolls out of bed on Saturday morning in Philadelphia. By the way, he's come back with his grandson alongside of him. His wife has died. Has been dead for a few years now. He's staying to be cared for by his daughter and son-in-law, and so he's back home again. Wakes up Saturday morning, and number four on our list is the news he gets. Congratulations, Dr. Franklin. You've just been elected one of the delegates who will represent the colony of Pennsylvania in the Second Continental Congress that's going to be meeting later the coming week. Congratulations, Dr. Franklin. So he's not even home 12 hours, and he gets the news that he's now one of a half dozen or so delegates who will be meeting with the other 12 colonies delegates just a little down the street in Philadelphia starting in a few days. This is the Union's clearest expression of itself. This collection of delegates to Congress together for the second time after last fall's inaugural event in September and October. So that is number four on the list. Number three for Dr. Franklin. It's Sunday, May 7th, Your second day home, your first day as the official delegate, one of the official delegates. What do you do? What do you do on this open day of Sunday as you're headed into a very important and somewhat unprecedented Second Continental Congress gathering for leading the Union forward into this current crisis and its current conditions? So that's number 3. Number 2. Number 2. On Monday, May 8th, he writes a letter. He writes a letter, a couple of letters actually. One of the letters is to a colleague named Joseph Galloway. Galloway, uh, highly respected, highly influential leader in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania as well. Galloway was actually at the prior Continental Congress back in the fall, and and he's not very supportive of radical policies. He's not very supportive of hard driving pro-colonial cause policies that the Continental Congress might put forth here in its second iteration. And he's basically made it known that he's basically done with public life. He's done with public life as it involves pro-colonial rights. Franklin writes him a letter and says, "Boy, I sure wish this isn't the case. I sure wish you'll reconsider. We really need people like you, Joseph. You're sound of mind, you're thoughtful, you're intelligent, you're informed. We've got to have people like you in this current situation, and especially in this Second Continental Congress. I need you to be with me on this delegation, if it's at all possible." Number 1. Oh, the other thing he does is in one of those letters that he writes on Monday, May 8th, he says, "I'm afraid my son, William Franklin, out of wedlock, adulterous relationship son, William Franklin, who's the royal governor of New Jersey just across the way, and who's every bit as pro-empire as his dad is pro-colony. William Franklin's going to be meeting with his legislature, his assembly in New Jersey, to sort out what they're going to do." And Benjamin says, "I hope I get a chance to meet with him. Maybe we can accomplish something, even though we're on utterly opposing sides of this tragedy right now." Now, the interesting thing is Benjamin would say the tragedy means one thing, and William would say the tragedy means distinctly something different. But nonetheless, they would agree that the current situation is tragic in how it's unfolded. So he's hoping to meet with William at some point. Hang on, Keeker. We'll let you in a minute. And so it takes us to number 1. Number 1 is, in fact, the meeting that's going to be happening the day after tomorrow. The day after tomorrow, meaning he's writing the letter on the 8th. The day after tomorrow is the 10th. It's Wednesday, and the meeting will start, the Second Continental Congress. So how do you go from just landing on Friday to now preparing for a meeting as one of the handful of elected delegates on Wednesday following? What do you do? Who do you want to see? How do you want to get your mind right? What do you not want to do? Who do you not want to see? If you're Benjamin Franklin and this is your situation, this is your leadership predicament. He's 69 years old. He's the oldest guy in the room in all likelihood when the Wednesday meeting starts. So how do you handle yourself as a leader? What do you do to get ready to be prepared? One other thing, Keeker, patience. One other thing. There's a lot of delegates there a little bit suspicious of Franklin. A little suspicious because he's been in England for a long time. He hasn't exactly been at the very front edge of the colonial cause. He's in it, but not at the front edge of it. He's been trying to craft a reconciliation, as several have, like Galloway. But there's some folks not too convinced just yet that he's to be trusted with the forward edge of the colonial cause. So that's where we are. I'm Dr. Dan Miller. That's Keeker over there who bids goodbye to you before I invite her to go inside. And I hope you have a great week. We'll talk to you soon. We've got another round of American Redux coming up in just a few days from now. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.